Hey folks, it's Woody here over at USA Made Blade, just coming to you from the shop this afternoon to introduce to you guys the newest zero tolerance release, the ZT0357 and the ZT0357BW, or Blackwash. So these literally just walked in the door this afternoon, and figured we'd try and get a video out for you guys as quickly as possible about them, so you can formulate your own opinion and make your own decisions. But anyway, let's kind of run over these things real quick. This is the 357. This is not a stone washed finish. This is actually, they're calling it a working finish, similar to Hinder's working finish. Definitely looks a little different to me. It's definitely a darker, more muted finish than their typical stone washed. See if I can get that to come in on there. So you can see even the lettering and everything is different on the 357 version compared to the 357 BW version. So, and this is the BW, the Blackwash blade, probably the most aggressive blackwashing I've ever seen on a ZT. It's definitely a very muted blackwash, but it looks good. To me, it looks like it's going to hold up really. Both of them look like they're going to hold up really, really well. So let's give you guys some specs on these, and then we're going to jump in. We got a lot of things to talk about with these. So they are liner locks, as you can see, nice thick liners. We're going to get into that here in just a little bit. These are assisted, so they do have the torsion bar inside. I do have one broken down, so there's that torsion bar, but we'll show the broken down version 1 here in a little bit so you can get an idea of the internals on it. It's the question that we've been asked by a ton of people. These cannot be de-assisted. They do not have a detent hole, so they are not de-assistable. But anyway, so thick liner locks, 20 CV steel. You got choice of working finish or blackwash. 3.25 inch blade, so right in that ZT0566 range. 0.121 inches thick on the steel, about 4.4 inches closed overall length. Or closed length, 7.7 overall length, and weighing in at 4.3 ounces. So, like I said, thick liner. Loving some of the things that I do love on this knife. I love the way that this lanyard hole is set up. I think that works really well, where the lanyard can hang off, not be in your way. Plus, I think it looks good. It looks really good with those thick liners coming down and the hole going through it there. Also, another thing you'll notice, deep pocket carry clip. These do sit, see if I can get that to show up a little better. These do sit nice for those that like to carry deep in the pocket like you do on the ZT562. These are going to sit nice and deep. You're going to get very little end of the knife sitting out of your pocket there. So, so let's jump in from here. We gave you kind of all the specs, the things that we like. We've blurred in and out. There we go, back into focus there. Black G10, screws run all the way through. We're going to get to that when we show them broken down. So let's go ahead and do that. What I've done here, you like that fake pleather? I put this on a sheet of paper because I felt like it would show up a lot better. So here's your blade, with everything taken apart, everything cut out for how it needs to run. We are running on phosphor bronze washers, so my other washer must have gotten stuck. Yep, so you can see two different size washers depending upon which side you're putting the blade together at. Here is our track for our speed assist, but you will notice this hole here is for your speed assist. So yes, there is no detent hole, so they do not de-assist. If you de-assist it, the blade's just going to fall open. But show this liner off here. These are nice thick liners, much thicker than you might have originally thought. And I will tell you, see if you can see that there. There we go. Nice thick liner lock. So, but you're going to notice how far over that lock is pushing. One of the first things I noticed out of the box, opening this up, was how tight this is. If somebody has a lock slip on one of these, I'd be absolutely shocked. This locking gauge is very tight. Very good lockup on these. So nice thick liners, and G10's a little thin, but I think that's good to offset the thicker liners. Do like the back spacer and the way that sets in with this cutout like I showed. So good setup. And then here's a little better shot, maybe, there we go, of that pocket clip. So, and seems to come apart and come back together nice and easily. So big long screws does go through, and then on the other side here, we do have, on the presentation side, we do have the nuts built into the G10, or not built into it, but sank into the G10 for your screws to pass all the way through, kind of like you have on the 350. So there's your breakdown on it. Hopefully that'll give some of you an idea, and a lot of people have been asking about the thickness of those liners. Let's move that back out of the way. Move my notes out of the way. And let's jump into some comparisons. I know there is one knife that a lot of people have talked about that they say this is comparable to. And that's a Kershaw, so the Kershaw Link. We're gonna save that for last, but let's run through some other ZTs and some other popular knives that we carry, and hopefully that'll give you guys an idea. I'm just gonna grab these randomly off the tray. So let's start with the Benchmate 940. Very popular knife, pretty darn similar in size and overall length. Obviously a lot thicker through the handle, but about the same thickness on the back here. So a lot of 940 owners out there, so I thought that was a good one to throw in. Gives you a really good idea of size on that one. While we're on Benchmade, I had one out here. Let's go with the full-size grip Tilian. Grip Tilian is just a little bigger, but overall size, we're pretty darn similar. We really are. Handles are just a little bigger on that grip Tilian, a little thicker running through it. So, you know what? We just got these in, but we've been big Southern Grind dealers for a long time and always like to show off a Spider Monkey. Pretty darn similar in overall size. They really are. So, and honestly, in handle size, just different designs, obviously. A little wider through everything on the ZT. So that happened to be our red twill carbon fiber exclusive with M4 blade while I'm doing the shameless plug. Speaking of exclusives, let's show off the Kershaw Knockout. This is our M390 Knockout exclusive. So really similar, like I said, in overall size, but we do have more width actually on the Kershaw M390. But let's get that out of the way. Probably the best ZT to compare this to, there are really two. I want to show off the ZT0357. This is the Tiger Stripe version, mostly because the G10 is the exact same G10 that's holding on here. So very, very similar in that manner as far as the texture on the G10. Plus, it's assisted. It's not the assistable. So a lot of similarities there. And literally in overall size, you're just going to get a thinner, more easy to carry, everyday carry out of the 357. You know what? Love this knife. Figured I'd throw it in. This kind of gives you an idea compared to the ZT0308. The 308 is just a beast. And also just throw it in for a shameless plug. So next up, let's show it next to a ZT0609. You know, this one very similar in overall size, really, really close. Give you a little bit of an idea there. ZT0450, one of their most popular models, and 450. I mean, it's overall just a lot bigger than the 450. I mean, it really is. Size, shape, length that's a little bit longer. Okay. Wouldn't be doing it any justice in as many 5.62s as we sell. Gotta throw in a 5.62 tie. And honestly, God, handle thickness is probably spot on to the 5.62 tie. Really, really close. Got to do a throw in a hinder at least, and the Jurassic with that 3¼ inch blade. So pretty much same overall length, just very different knives. Shameless plug, show off that awesome anodizing on that Jurassic. And that's my last shameless plug, I promise. Pretty sure it is. So last up, this is the one I got to throw in, the Kershaw Link. A lot of people, when the ZT0357s dropped, said, man, that's just a ZT, that's just a Kershaw Link with the ZT name on it. I get it. I definitely get it. There are a lot of similarities. To me, I think this knife's a little closer to a smaller version of the ZT0095. But people are like, why, $50 here, or you can get the upgraded steel version on the Link for 80, 90 bucks, whereas you're 100 and around 150 for the 357. Well, truthfully, there are definitely some differences. On the lower end steel, you're going to be $50, so that's just known. But the biggest differences are going to be those thick liners. They are a whole lot thicker. So you're definitely going to get a stronger lockup with that thicker liner. No doubt about that. And then honestly, it's just kind of the ZT. I mean, this has more of an overbuilt feel than the Kershaw. I mean, there is a reason for the price increase. So you get more of the ZT quality out of it. But outside of that, I get it. I do get the comparison. They certainly do look a whole lot alike, both in-house design. So, the comparison logic is there, but still think this is much more overbuilt. I do like the way the lanyard hole sits. I like those thicker liners, and I love 20 CV steel. So hopefully that helps you guys. So these are it. This is the ZT0357, the BW, which is blackwash, and then the regular 357 with the working finish blade. We do have them in stock now at usamade.com. And as always, folks, we appreciate you watching.